All right, all right. This is the okay, Sunday dailies. Let's see right here. I'm gonna get cammed up for a minute. Hold on. We did the Sunday dailies. That's the 39th edition. Then we did the 40. This is the 41st edition. Okay, the 41st. Okay, the 41st. All right, all right. Let's come with it. Yeah, the Sunday Daily is the 41st edition, and don't mind the hat. This hat, I got this at the carnival at 2013 when they had a 25th anniversary. It was in Atlanta. It was like years ago. I live in a different city outside of Atlanta, but I got this at 2013 or 2013 or what most people say 2013. I got this at 2013 in the carnival parade, and reasonable price, but I've had this in the closet. I was just recently read because I got some new hoodies that my mom made and things like that. But just little stuff like that. And I got a couple in the back. Got navy, black one. Wearing this gray. Then I got the charcoal color. But you know how it is. You know how it is. It is what it is. But back onto it. But yeah, last week is crazy, and then Queen Sunkiss, she's going at it as usual, and the content creators in certain sectors, and she had some weird guest, female, act like she know that I don't mention murders and things like that. I don't care about all that. That's that gender biasness propaganda. Ain't nobody going for that. I can't stand these genderists. These genderists are the most worst people of all time. Where I'm saying gender is that goes for both sex. I hate genderless people. I just can't stand it. They said, "What's a genderless?" Suckers complain about their gender and try to inflict, and it's like racist. I ain't got time for that. If you're a genderless on my shit, don't support me. This is not a channel about gender. If you come with that, take two steps left. I don't care about that. I entertained it 2 years ago when I did live streams. I don't care about that. Don't give me no statistics about no BS. And this is not adjacent. Stop saying you don't know what a manosphere is. The manosphere died in 2020. Y'all need to stop using the word manosphere. Shows how slow you people are. Y'all don't know there's three layers of the manosphere. There ain't no one layer. That's mainstream manosphere. When I say mainstream manosphere, I'm talking about the so-called, I don't use the word white or black because the manosphere was created by us anyway. But that changed when people had their own spin on it, like the second wave of it, and then they trusted the white ones created. No, they didn't. It was us. They copied from 1.0, and 1.0 was black people. It was called something else before it became a manosphere. So they don't count. We call them mainstream manosphere. They want to be on TV and shit, and it's backfiring. See, I hate when people use the word not adjacent. What people are talking about, this is red pill podcast adjacent. You could say that, but I'm not part of, I'm beyond red pill. Okay. I've been red pill for years. I'm on the other side of it. So I don't care about that pill talk stuff. So don't bring that genderist bullshit. And this is why I don't want females on my platform like that. I don't mind them coming up on my platform and talk about something else, but I don't care about no relationships and that genderist talk. I just don't care. It's not interesting to me. It's one of my least things to talk about because it's nothing in the world. People are gonna just get caught up on madness, and you can't hardly ever say nothing on YouTube. That's why I avoid those topics at all costs because that gets you censored. And I ain't got time for that. That's not content to me because there's other people who can talk about it. It's cool. I can say it in passing and reference, but I'm not gonna go in depth on a little issue. I already know what it is. I have my views on it, but I just don't give a fuck what they think. It's the same. If I were to go look at some content like that, I go on other people's platforms for that or be in the comment section talking about it. It's irrelevant. Now, I am going to talk about a certain group of people that deals with stuff and avoid them all costs and don't get caught up in tangle, but you teach them not to talk about those things and just live out your experience and then you think about a companionship. I do teach that a little bit, but I don't go in depth on companionship. I'm fair on both sides. I don't teach the sexual shit. I thought about it. I said, no, I don't do that. I don't do that because all that does is divide people and be genderist and all that. I ain't got time for that BS. I just want to say that to clear the air, to get the idea. I don't need that type of support. I already had that before. I understand people love relationships and stuff like that. That's cool to talk about. To me, it's not cool to talk about because people are broken. You got a lot of broken people in relationships, but hate themselves, and that shit gets annoying after a while. You get tired of them after a while. I see it a lot on X, and X is one of the worst sites to promote it. You know what I mean? Okay. It's one of the worst sites to promote it. And what I'm seeing right now, people get caught up in they tantrums and things like that. But you gotta understand, there's a lot of broken people on the site. And it gets to a point you be like, what's the point of having a site? And if you're going to talk about relationships 95% of your time, and you got these broken females or females, and I don't call them women, they have to earn that. A woman is modest, you can say dainty, dress, real not that's a woman. Everybody's not a woman. Most people are "Roo, dogs out here. I'm gonna use the word females or females, whatever. I'm gonna use that on this platform. That's what they are to me. I don't argue with females like that. That's what females do. That's describing. You got males and females. Stop calling them men because they don't deserve to be men. So miss me with that. Or females, what old boy used to say. I don't mess with him no more because he's on that weird idolatry Yahshua shit. I don't support that. My channel's not about that. I'm anti-Yahshua over here. Or sure you say Christ. I'm not big on him. No, I don't believe in idolatry. I don't believe in the New Testament, the good spell, the God spell. I don't believe in that. No. I am a Torah through and through, Genesis to Malachi, Tetragrammaton. That's my thing. I subscribe to that. That's my thing. Yes, I try to keep the laws best of my abilities, the laws, statutes, and judgments and commandments, and you know how that goes. But that's a whole nother topic on that. But that's enough about me. But me, on the other hand, it's like I feel like people get caught up in the so-called red pill adjacent spaces. These are so-called red pill adjacent spaces. That's what you should say. And they're not even red pill. These are blue pill adjacent spaces. Blue pill adjacent spaces are the worst kind, and they pretending to be red pill. And this is why everybody know who's who. But they try to say you're going to be an Asian. You dudes are in the matrix because y'all want to be superstars on YouTube. That's the matrix. I'll tell you a secret. Being monetized is in the matrix. I'm not in the matrix. I'm outside of the matrix. Yes, I'm on the matrix outside of it. I'm not in these in groups. I'm not a part of that. I'm anti them. I'm your rival, so to speak. So in reality, y'all are in the adjacent, believe in gender wars, propaganda, being genderist, and all this other nonsense. It is what it is. Like y'all, the adjacent motherfuckers, not me. Y'all the adjacent. And I just heard that stream and it was disgusting how old girl was trying to ruin Miss Queen Sunkiss. I didn't want to say what I want to say in the chat. I just gonna be respectful of her platform because she if I was her, be careful who you have on your guests. She wasn't getting numbers like that. Salute to Miss Queen Sunkiss. I mean, she gets numbers every one. She does good on pre-recording anything. I know she don't get the best numbers, but when you start getting crazy and weirdos on you, especially a woman too, because women channels do successful than the male counterpart, and that's a fact. I mean, the men counterpart, or I should say, female channels do very well than male counterparts. That's a fact. But she has to understand that a lot of people ain't got your best interest. They ain't gonna like you either. So she got to be careful. She don't have followers because she's married, and that's a good thing. She's got her head on the show. She has a husband. I could tell. She got kids in the background. I saw on several streams. She showed me that she's a mom. She's a mother. And she said, I ain't got time for that. And that's a good thing. As long as she stay in that lane, she'll be successful. I'll tell a secret. As long as you stay in that lane on this platform, they're gonna promote you as a female. Because you know how they are. They're pro female over here. YouTube is pro. Rumble's not really. Because Rumble, a lot of female content creators don't make it. It's a handful. Ain't that many. So you can say it's male adjacent. But YouTube has always been female adjacent. They've always protected them since the very beginning. I noticed that in 07 when I watched the videos from 06 and whatever. But that Asian McGowan's death is historic. But it hurt the first wave of what you would call the manosphere '08, and then all that stuff. It ruined a lot of dudes. And now you look at the big picture of what 2012 was. See, pre 2012 and during 2012 was the best time people come on this site. To me, it wasn't. It was the worst time. I lost my channel during that year in March, my very first channel. But this channel, the second channel I had, I went to this direction and kept getting in the fight and cut certain niggas off and start going at them in 2012. And I was anti them. And it was war, battle of knowledge, information, and people fighting the truth and all that. And my shit is coming to fruition. What you see now overseas in the war is part of prophecy. We're being consistent. A lot of these dudes is frauds on the side niggas channel, and he's getting exposed left and right. Ain't nobody messing with him. They've been losers, bro. Like, y'all need to stop listening to people that don't have enough sense to build their own platforms. So in a way, I'm trying to figure out why in the hell does people care about content that doesn't even matter. See, what I gotta say is, if it's so adjacent, why in the hell y'all care so much? I'm just saying. If it's so adjacent, why y'all care so much? See, I don't understand why people just get caught up on goofiness. And I'm just looking at it for what it is, but I'm just like that. But I look at the people's news sometimes, see what's going on in so what, and I just keep it as that. But it's cold this season. This is the end of the year. Sunday dailies, but I used to do Sunday Madness. This is a lot, but Sunday dailies is whatever. But I'm just gonna look at what I got on here platform wise, and you know, got podcasts. They say I did 40 of these. Did 40 of these, now 41. Did a Christmas Eve edition. How I appreciate y'all that share that. I appreciate y'all. Shouts out to Absalom for that. Shouts out to APTV. Y'all go support him. He's got some good stuff. But I appreciate the fact that everything is adjacent. That's the whole point. They did this in 2021. So they said they're investigating. They've been investigating. Like, come on. Like, they've been doing this for years. Now you got the pieces in the puzzle. Everybody say, "Oh, I got different." No, you didn't. Y'all didn't get the whole. I had so many leaks to that shit. They've been working spot, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Cause look what's going on. It's dividing the country. The war is this country's collapse is already here. A lot of people try to say it's gonna be a long time. No, it's not. When people say it's a long time, they're lying. It's not. It's been here. This war it's over for this country because once it collapses, it's over. Everybody's leaving. We pulled the plug a long time ago. If our people, the reason it's around, our people's not pulling the plug. That's why they saying that. But in reality, we can't pull the plug anytime. We don't need them. They need us to build their infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? We don't need them. We don't need YouTube. YouTube is just a mirror of the problems that you see in this country. But YouTube is just one site, but it's controlled by the same people that control Google. But you have to understand it's over for them because the war divided everybody's content. Everything is adjacent and they don't know who's who. Everybody's going to rumble. And I predicted this 2 years ago. If another site tried to compete with this, YouTube is desperate to keep people here. This is mainstream media in your face 101. So what they're trying to do is trying to maintain this little circles. A lot of you dudes are in these fringe groups pretending y'all frauds, man. Y'all want to be on TV. See, y'all dick ride Kevin Samuels, y'all's guy for years. Fuck that nigga. And a lot of people try to say he died and having sexual relations with that woman that was plus. I don't buy that. I call bullshit on that because that never happened. There's no evidence of that. A lot of people say he did. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't believe that. No. He died like he was. He's the same sexual. I'm just gonna say, and it ain't all alleged. This is fact. He lived here in GA in Atlanta, and he had a boyfriend somewhere. But I ain't gonna. I have a different source of information on that, so don't quote me on it. This is something I know from here in GA, and everybody knew in certain sources I done heard 2 years ago, and this is what I heard from certain people. But I live here, and there's certain sources what they say about him in public. They ain't say it public on the internet. Fuck the internet. We talking about actual people say it that know him. I just don't buy the fact that no, the Red Bulls took him out. I believe that and a combination of other things. Yeah, that's why he had that arrest. He did not did that with no. He was drinking Red Bulls, and then the woman found him there. She had no relations. That's why she cut that thing off. They try to blame her for that. Like that's a lie that someone put out there on different platforms, and people believe that. That's bullshit. It's not true. I used to believe it at first, but then I did my research and people told me on the side, offline, and that's not what happened. It's a bunch of BS. And I already knew he was the same sexual. He couldn't do it. So I'm saying he had that man in the bed proves that. He did that. I don't believe he get a one. He ain't no bisexual. No, I don't buy that. No. He is what he was. I ain't gonna say the other word because they'll try to censor you for that goofy shit. But in reality, he was that. But y'all was dick riding him for years and nobody cared. When he passed away, y'all faltered. I saw this in 2022. Y'all faltered. He was something in 2021. Then when he passed, y'all faltered. And 2022 was a decent year. It was a wash year for me because I was trying to get back in the groove of things, of content. But this shit's been good to me because it's been an excellent year for me for content creation. Off air, not so much. I'm trying to work on my situations and moving out and, just looking at a day ahead of time to build some things. But next year, like I said, I'm not going to do a whole lot of live streams. I just want to come to y'all and say, look, live streaming is time consuming. I'll pick a day. I will record probably every other Wednesday, talk about different topics, and I'll do that. I will do that just to say that I have a platform. I'll probably do that. It'd be every now and then. I don't know, but I have to think about it in the summer. But I ain't gonna do it in the spring because I got independent thinking series. I got other things lined up. But if I ever do a Wednesday content, it'll be somewhere during the summer. We'll see. And if I ever decided, I'll do it and build a platform just to stay on. But that's the whole purpose of me understanding what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you what I need to do. That's how I build a platform. That's how I build this. That's how I build that. And then you start looking at the things that you want. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole point of me cutting off Thursday Thrills. I know y'all didn't get it last week, but Thursday Thrills to me was a decent success. I ain't gonna say it was a decent success in the beginning, and it did very well. Didn't get good on the numbers on the end because people just don't do live streams because the pandemic's over there. Everybody wants to do long form, but it depends on who you got supporting you. A lot of those people just came on, they just want to hear something new from me 2 years ago, and then come to find out they didn't like what I was saying over time. You know how it goes, and then they just cut you off. That's normal. That's the modern day YouTube. I studied this shit years ago before live stream was a thing. As soon as you get a support, they were good, and next thing you know, people turn on you. That's this bullshit, adjacent ass, stupid ass podcast, like whatever you want to call it. I don't fuck with bitch ass people that don't support me. They can get off my dick right now and just take 2 states left, please. The fuck out of here. I don't deal with bitch ass people on here. I don't. I'm through with everybody like that. I've learned that I clean off my subscription list every now and then. I have a spring cleaning, and then I add something new and get something that I'm interested in. Because YouTube is one of them sites. It's like that, and it's hard to kill it because Google's ruining it and killing it itself. But if they ever sell it to Elon Musk, I'm trying to tell you, it might happen. You're going to see some changes in certain things. You're just gonna have to learn to adapt to it. Most people ain't gonna adapt to it because they're too stupid to understand that adjacent shit that y'all talking about. That shit gets played out, bro. And the purges, right? We talking about purges, right? It's water. It's water. Y'all know what it is. But then again, you just got to look at the whole purpose of it. Why people get caught up on things? Well, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. When you get too adjacent on topics, it just y'all just go crazy. But y'all have to understand why me not caring, not giving a fuck is a whole different ball game. Oh, excuse me. But you see, that's what you got to deal with. Less is more, man. Less is more. I don't understand the fact that people just get caught up on that and think I care about them like that. I really don't. I look at the big picture, what people are saying and whatnot. It just goes to show you that I don't really care what people think, especially on here. I really don't, because a lot of people ain't got nothing good to say. They suckers and they getting exposed by other people. It's a pattern with these people. That's why they act so stupid and derelict about certain things, and then they want to act cool with you later on. Like, I ain't got time for that. Like, I'm not one of these adjacent niggas claiming I'm this and this, and I've been this the whole time. I just have a different aspect of it. But like I said before, like I said again, um, same old nonsense, same old thing. I've been watching body cam videos, and yeah, police edit so they can be clean in court, but it comes back to bite them at the end. So really, just be mindful, man. It's all types of content on YouTube. But if you want the real content, go to Rumble and other platforms. Now, X, formerly known as Twitter, known as X, everybody's not leaving that. I see people come and making new pages every day. Just Instagram is the worst. Instagram is the worst. One of the worst I've ever seen in my life. And they just try to predict they care about certain people, and they really don't. They just care about themselves. And then they have a broadcast channel. I forgot to tell you about Instagram. Instagram's got the new broadcast channels. Every model, every female person that I follow put me in a broadcast channels. I be in there just chilling, see what they talking about. They give me ideas and they tell you to vote on stuff. It's wild, ain't it? They really letting Instagram have it, the whole 9 yards. And so that's interesting about broadcast channels. I don't know if you can share them or not, but I'm just saying. But if you follow them, you follow them. It's just wild, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And they'll be in your DMs section, direct message DMs. Now I got one harassing me on another platform. We ain't gonna mention no names, but it is what it is. So we ain't gonna talk about that. So you know how that go. But you know how that goes. But people just get caught up, man. But yeah, man, it's other platforms that's changing. All that came from the pandemic. All content creation is different. Cause remember those live streams from, you could say, from 2020 to the beginning of it. See, 2019, yeah, you had streams. That was on Google. Who cares? We talking about 2020 that people made history and they didn't realize it was making history. I was a panelist for that whole year. And then the next year I started doing content on a cell phone. And later I started doing um more panel things. And then I did my own thing, got a stream and got a service. My streaming server, I already had it. And it was a software and I used it for like the whole year. And then I had to upgrade to this and say, hey, this is it. And it's a reasonable price. I'm not going to spend that expensive ass StreamYard. StreamYard is nice, but StreamYard is trash every now and then. I don't drop links and just act crazy. I tell you what makes you a so-called manosphere adjacent is using fucking StreamYards. If you use StreamYards, that's on you. That's that adjacent shit. You want to talk about adjacent, stop using StreamYards. That's why you won't have those weirdos coming on your shit. It's just common sense. Some people don't like my thing that I'm using, but I use it to stay on to talk with y'all. I don't need to be on panels to talk with people I done talked to and said what I said. And I've been on big names and so-called big names and panels and yeah, streams that go extreme. I've been on those, but it doesn't make me the bad guy. I've been on podcasts, few things, simulcast, whatever you want to call it, 3 to 2 years ago. But now you look at 2022, everybody's doing their own thing. And then 23, I've did decent numbers, but now this year's been good to me. I've been doing a lot. Live streams is somewhat, but these recordings is good too. I'm trying to get my recording game up. So you know how that goes. So yeah, it's pretty much all I gotta say. But the end of the year, man, it's just it comes to conclusion. I enjoy slightly this year, but I already know the new year is really in spring. So I already know. But so with that, until next time, I will see y'all in the 42nd edition, and this is the 41st edition of Sunday Dailies. This will continue during the spring, and I'll end it in the spring. So this might end in June real soon. So don't get too comfortable. It's a long time wait, but next year we're going to pick it off again, and then we'll pick up the pieces again. So with that, until next time, shalom to the people, Yisrael and the Gentiles, shalom to you as well. Pray to the east, the Most High Yah. Until next time, I'm signing off, and I'm out.